This episode is going to be a mixed bag of questions.
I love that. Kick it off with one question, and let's see where it takes us.
All right. It's actually a great question. I'm Sara Jane Ho, and this is Mind Your Manners, where no topic is off limits as we uncover the secrets to feeling at ease in every situation. What do you think about using a microwave oven for heating up or cooking meals or drinks?
This is a great question.
Newsflash. Nobody in China uses microwaves.
Yeah, I figured that. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Especially the older generation. And it's not because they're wary of the science, but it's really because when you cook or heat up food, you're bringing in energy to it. And the energy of a microwave is actually very explosive. Like you can see it when you're cooking something in microwave. Everything's like exploding and, you know, being electrocuted. It's chaos.
Whoa. You know what's so funny? Growing up, my mom and I would always joke about this. If our oatmeal exploded in the microwave in the morning or our coffee overflowed, I was like, it's going to be a chaotic day. We would always joke about that. And it's like, yeah, when you charge your morning food or nutrients with that sort of energy, it's chaos. Wow, that's so interesting.
And you're not supposed to stand in front of a microwave when it's going, right? I mean...
So why would you do that to your food?
Exactly.
Whoa. So you'll just put it on the stove or in the oven?
Yeah, yeah. And so, you know, microwaves, they conflict with TCM's holistic understanding of energy, which is qi, balance, and food energetics. Because in TCM, food isn't just fuel, it has vital energy, qi. And it has specific properties, like is it warming, is it cooling, is it moistening or drying? Sure. And so the way you cook food affects its energetic nature.
That's crazy.
And I didn't realize this until actually I moved to Beijing in I lived in Beijing first in 2009, and then I moved back there after graduating from Harvard Business School in 2012. And there was no microwave, and none of my friends used microwaves. And then, you know, when I started dating Chinese guys, their mothers, so like my potential mother-in-laws, either didn't have a microwave at home. Like even to this day, my mother-in-law does not have a microwave in her house.
Wow.
Or they really look down on you. If you were like trying to find a microwave, like, why do you need a microwave? Put it on the stove.
Wow.
Heat it up properly.
Yeah. So fascinating.
Yeah.
Again, I'm like, I learned so much from my former partner who's Latin, and they're very similar. He would freak. He'd be like, don't put it in the microwave, just put it on the stove.
Yeah, and you steam it or you boil it or you simmer it.
Because it's love. It's love in the food, and that's what goes into your body. Oh, that's so fascinating.
Because microwaving is violent energy.
Yeah.
When you think about like how a microwave works, right? When microwaves heat food, it's causing water molecules to vibrate rapidly. And this is what we see in TCM as aggressive and chaotic energy. So if it's chaotic energy, it's disrupting the qi of the food, making it less healing. Even if the nutrition is the same, it's less healing.
Yep. Yep.
The food looks the same, but it's energetically depleted.
Yep. Well, that's what people have said, that the microwave will zap the nutrients from whatever you put in there.
And in traditional Chinese medicine, we say there are no shortcuts. And that's why,
Dang.
I mean, and that's why, you know, if you start doing acupuncture, it's not like a one-time fix-all. You have to do it, you know, regularly,
consistent,
every week or every month or, you know, every 2 weeks. It's like, you know, it's consistency.
What about a little convection oven? You know, the like little mini ovens. That's probably fine, right?
Those are fine. Those are fine. Yeah.
Like a toaster or that kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Bye, microwave. See you later, girl. No, I really don't use mine that much, actually.
I don't use mine at all. Yeah.
Very, very rarely.
Everything's in my rice cooker.
Yeah. I need a rice cooker.
You do.
I really do. I love it. Okay, good question. I love that.
When I moved to LA, I had dinner with some Filipino Chinese friends. And the first thing one of them asked me was, have you gotten a rice cooker yet? She was legitimately concerned.
No way. That's
and by the way,
funny.
like, she's like me. She went to boarding. She went to Andover. You know, she went to Harvard undergrad. Like, and very westernized. But first question was, have you gotten a rice cooker yet?
Amazing. I'm going to go home and order one. I just think it makes your life easier. Why not?
Yeah. And the cleanup is so much better.
Yeah. Because it's just that one simple inside.
Yeah. It's contained mess.
Love.
Next question. I had a Chinese roommate who called me chubby. Should I take it personally?
Oh my gosh. That was it. Should I take it personally?
In China, it's polite to call someone fat because directness means familiarity. And you don't make direct and personal comments unless it's with someone you care about. Oh. And in fact, even me and my girlfriends in China, as soon as we see each other, I'll be like, "Oh, you gained some weight," or they'll be like, "Oh, you lost some weight," or "Oh, you look yellow today."
Hilarious. That makes sense, though. Actually,
thing, like, yeah, and it shows care and attention. It shows like, I see you, I'm noticing you.
Yeah. That's
and
funny.
That is the compliment.
This is so funny because one of my very close friends, very Jewish. I feel like Jewish are similar in that way. Mm-hmm. She the other day, she made a comment similar to me like that. She's like, just check. You're eating, right? And I was like, I love that we can have this conversation. Yeah. She's like, no, it's coming from a place of like, I love you, right? Yeah. And I'm like, yes, I am. But it's that familiar, like, she's my sister, but very blunt. Yeah. And many people can't take that.
That's why Jewish guys like to date Chinese girls.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they give them that like bluntness, that directness.
Exactly.
And it's very common to hear amongst friends in China, like the first thing you say is, 你胖了, like you got fat.
That's so funny.
And I won't be offended at.
Right, so don't take offense.
Different from the US. I mean, you'd be like canceled, massacred, like everything.
Totally.
Yeah. And then the other person would be like, go into like, spiral into some hole of like this or that.
Totally. So what should she do then? Like, is that
not take it personally?
Don't take it personally, and then just live your truth, girl.
Yeah. And
if she feels
reflect on oneself.
That, yes.
Have you gotten chubby?
Right. Right. Do you feel that way? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you have gone chubby, but you're fine with it, and that's okay. Or maybe you have gotten chubby, and it's like my husband being like, you don't have an ass anymore. Okay, I'll go work on it.
That's right. Yeah,
because I looked at my ass in the mirror, I was like, yeah, it's not what it used to be. Okay, I'm gonna go do butt exercises.
But it's so funny. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, oh, I would have punched him in the face. But you were like, yeah.
Well, you're American. I'm Chinese.
Right. Right. You were like, no. I mean, he was right.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna go reflect and if you felt like, oh, my butt's fine, then you're okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Trust me, there are plenty of things that he criticisms that he makes where I'm like, nah, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, wow. I love that.
Yep.
Love it.
Next question. What's a TCM drink I could have trying to conceive and dealing with heavy periods due to fibroids?
Ooh.
Hot water, guys. It's my one go-to drink for everything that will solve so many issues from if you're having difficulty pooping to period flow. And as you all know, I did have my special recipe, which is on my Instagram feed somewhere, maybe half a year ago now, which is red date, goji berry, and
ginger.
This time I'm going to actually swap it out. No way. I'm going to give you Chinese yam.
Ooh.
Yeah. And in Chinese, we call this 狗子红枣山药 cha. So 山药 is Chinese yam. I know it's like the first time you guys are hearing this probably. So basically you throw in, 3 to 4 red dates, a tablespoon of goji berries. And what the Chinese yam does is you slice it 3 or 4 slices. And again, you can buy it on Amazon. It strengthens your spleen and kidney, and it stabilizes your jing, which is your life essence. So this really helps balance the heavy bleeding. And also when you have fibroids, you have a lot of stagnant blood. So for fibroids with very heavy bleeding, you can also ask your TCM doctor about herbs like 益母草. And 益母草 is the go-to herb for fibroids and endometriosis. But do not take this when you're pregnant, otherwise you'll miscarry.
Whoa.
Because it moves the blood through you too quickly.
Wow.
So if you're pregnant, there goes that.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. So you have to be careful. I was going to ask you about can you do ginger and the yams? Or you would just say, can you throw all those? Could I add yams to mine?
You could. You could. Yeah. But,
not gonna do.
I like to keep things simple. 3 to 4 herbs is best.
Yeah.
Of course, they all work well together, but you don't want to, overload.
Right. Sometimes too much. That's one thing I feel like in Western culture we do. It's throw 700 things in a smoothie. And I have stopped doing that because it's it really would overload my body. Take 4 million supplements. It was too much.
Yeah.
Less is more.
What supplements do you take now?
Now I'm pretty basic. I have a multivitamin that's like also skews to hair. So it has like some of the added like biotin and follicular or something or ever. I take something for my PCOS.
Yeah.
Magnesium.
Yeah, I take magnesium before bed. I take vitamin D, magnesium, and I take my fish oils.
I was gonna say my fish oil, and that's
for
it.
the brain. Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah,
Everything else,
not
I
that
used to
much.
take a probiotic. Now I get it through food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, do what works for you, right?
Sure.
Like, and actually, at different stages of my life, I'll go through different phases. I'll be like taking this a lot of time, and then
Sometimes I'll add in an L-theanine if I need to chill out. But no, magnesium's like my number one staple, and then
yes, it's a must-have.
Totally.
It really is a game changer if you work out, and also for sleep.
Yeah, 100%. Take it before you go to sleep. Yep. Yeah, and there's different forms. I take a like magnesium citrate.
Citrate, yeah.
Helps you move stuff through your body if you have to go to the bathroom or if you're like clogged up. And then magnesium glycinate is better for sleep.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good to know. Yeah, I just started a citrate. I'll move back over to lysonite.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Next question. What is the TCM take on hot yoga?
Oh, another great question, you guys.
I don't like it because
don't
of the
either.
excess heat. And by the way, when I was at college in Georgetown, I went through a 2-year period of doing hot yoga. It was an adorable little place on M Street called Down Dog Yoga. And but I remember once I like passed out and I like fell on the floor. And by the way, if you already have a heaty constitution, and if you're in menopause or in peri, if you have night sweats, hot flashes, dry mouth, or are easily irritable, hot yoga will only make it worse. And if you're blood deficient like me, so 气血不足 is what we call it.
Just like anemic.
I guess, yeah, you could. I mean, yeah, you could say that. And how do you know? Like, if you get easily fatigued, if you get dizzy easily, if you have really light periods, also avoid hot yoga.
Yeah. I hate it. I have really low
Yeah.
blood pressure, and I'm the same way. Like, I'll faint. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, I think it's a scam.
Yeah, it's.
I think hot yoga is a total scam. They were like,
totally
oh,
agree.
what can we do as a variation of like yoga, hot yoga.
Well, and it's just you sweat it out, and that's why you're losing weight, and then you drink water and you're dehydrated. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Nope.
That's what kind of takes the whole idea of yoga is for your brain. It's like mental health, right? And they just made it this power yoga, and it's like doing the opposite thing of what it's actually supposed to do. Yeah, interesting.
Next question. May we have information on how to lose weight, please? Drink hot water.
Sponsored by hot water.
Sponsored by hot water, yeah. I mean, yeah, so drink hot water. Kanji, I had a really viral clip on my Instagram feed, also maybe from half a year ago, where I say that kanji is the best weight loss secret that Chinese people use. It's also the best hangover secret.
Interesting.
It's very hydrating, and there's also like salt in there, and it's easy to digest. So kanji, and then staying away from cold raw foods, salads, and drinks, stuff like that, because that's not only hard to digest, it also causes like dampness. I actually got a message from a follower I want to share on this topic. She says, nowadays, I make sure that I drink warm or hot water. I also make sure that I drink a hot drink if I ever get caught eating a raw salad or cold pressed juice, all because I was listening to your podcast while in the car. Thanks to your advice, I have lost inches in my tummy area without the weighing scale moving.
Amazing.
And that's what you
awesome.
notice. Yeah, it's inches.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
That will just melt off of you. And in fact, the other day I did acupuncture in Koreatown in LA. And usually what I'll do is after acupuncture, I'll go get a meal on my own, also in K-Town. And I just had this craving to have, to go to Ikki Ramen and eat their sushi. And I had a sashimi bowl, which really I knew was not good because after acupuncture, you don't want to drink or eat cold things.
Yep.
But I just had this weird
You needed it,
craving.
yeah.
And so then what I did was I had a miso soup beforehand.
Perfect.
To warm my stomach. And at the same time, I was sipping hot green tea. Right.
Perfect, yeah.
So to kind of at least just balance it out or make it less bad.
Yeah. That's smart.
Yep.
I was going to say one other thing too I've noticed. Sleep. Like really
Yes.
prioritizing sleep. When I felt my best in my body and like looked my leanest or whatever I felt like looked the best,
Yes.
I'm sleeping consistent 8 hours a night, like good sleep.
And it's like a facelift.
It seriously is.
You wake
And
up in the morning and then the cravings go away.
Yeah. Sleep is number one,
Yeah,
like so
number one.
important.
Number two is
sleep
hot
and hot
water.
water. I love it.
How often should we do cupping? I just released because the last episode of Dear Miss Ho, I talk about cupping and how there's a difference between fire cupping and the plastic suction cupping. And how often you do cupping really depends on your constitution and how much you can handle. I do it every week. But I also do it in a specific area, which is my lower back, which is to get my period flowing and keep it regular. Some people say, oh, you shouldn't do cupping more than once a month. But hey, if you have more dampness, then you need to do cupping more. If you don't have any dampness or, you're something else, then you shouldn't be doing cupping as much. Go to your TCM doctor or go to your acupuncturist practitioner. They should know how to feel your pulse. They'll look at your tongue, they'll look at your eyes, and they can tell you how frequently you should do cupping.
Right.
What does TCM say about drinking coffee? Not good.
Damn.
In TCM, drinking coffee is bad for you because it's full of heat, especially because the coffee beans are roasted. And not only that, but it depletes your yin and fluids. Remember, over time, it's a diuretic. It causes dryness, insomnia, palpitations, anxiety. It also overstimulates your heart yang. So that means you have a racing heart, restlessness, and poor sleep. And it irritates your stomach qi. It worsens acid reflux and stomach heat. In fact, in Chinese, we say never drink coffee on an empty stomach because we call it shang wei, where it will harm your stomach. You always want to make sure you have food in your tummy before drinking coffee.
That is one thing. I do my 1 coffee a day, 2 if I'm dying, but I always, 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 always make sure I have eggs or something in my stomach, and I've noticed a massive difference. It's also really bad for people with PCOS, anything. Hormones, it really affects your hormones if you drink coffee on an empty stomach.
And people who already have too much yang and heat, so for example, if you have dry mouth, night sweats, hot flashes, if you're in perimenopause or menopause, definitely avoid coffee.
Wow. Sad.
Makes
Well,
everything
none of
worse.
those things yet, so.
Yeah, do it while you can.
What about matcha or green tea or like a black tea? Similar or?
Matcha's even worse.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Especially because again, it's got a lot of caffeine in it. If you
Yeah.
think coffee has caffeine, matcha has caffeine.
Okay, you know what's fascinating? I drank a matcha or whatever the other day in the afternoon, and I was more jittery than a coffee.
See?
Wow.
And for me, because I stopped drinking coffee over a year ago, and then but for me, if I have coffee even in the morning, I don't sleep well. But if I take a melatonin, I'll sleep. I had a matcha. I had it in the morning. I took a melatonin. I was still up all night.
No, I'm serious. I believe it because I was so jittery, and I was like, whoa, I haven't felt this way. And I made a very strong matcha. I drank half of it. I couldn't do it. Wow.
Yep.
Sad for the matcha community right now. It's very popular.
I know, but little do they know, TCM's frowning on them.
Wow.
And if you have to drink coffee or matcha, just make sure you eat at the same time a lot of yin nourishing foods. So what are yin nourishing foods? Pears, goji berries, chrysanthemum tea.
Great.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Keep the questions coming. I see them, I hear them, I will answer them. Check out my YouTube channel to view the full episodes. And if you want to support this show, please do leave a review and a rating. It'll really help new listeners discover us.
And share it with someone you think would benefit.
Thank you for tuning in to Mind Your Manners. This is your host and etiquette life guide, Sara Jane Ho. And remember, no matter what life throws at you, with me and Ria, you got this.